We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
It's been a long week, and I'm a little on edge. I think I need to call my friends. Somebody come save me. It's 5:01, and we can drink the night away. Pour a little bourbon for me and my friends, and we'll see how this story ends. We'll kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, we won't stop till the bottle's done. When the night is over at 6 a.m., I'll roll on home with a smile on my face. It felt like a good night, get a little crazy, let it all out and howl at the moon. My head is ringing like they're playing hell's bells, and I can barely remember my name. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, we won't stop till the bottle's done. We're feeling alright, we'll turn it up and get down tonight. We're feeling alright, turn it up and get loud tonight. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another week of SCSRA broadcasting. We're here for the SCSRA Blue Team Alpha Truck Series at Iowa Speedway. Now, let's talk a little bit about the track tonight. It's one of America's newest racetracks. Iowa Speedway is located in Newtown, Iowa, and has been in operation since 2006. The 7/8 mile oval was designed and built under the auspices of NASCAR champion Rusty Wallace at a cost of approximately $70 million. Now, this D-shaped oval is patterned after Richmond International Raceway, scene of some of Wallace's greatest success during his career. Now, purchased by NASCAR in 2013, Iowa Speedway has a seating capacity of more than 30,000 fans tonight, together with a unique multi-tiered recreational vehicle viewing area along its 869-foot-long backstretch. The track hosts NASCAR Nationwide Series, Camping World Truck Series, and K&N Series events annually, along with IndyCar Series and Firestone Indy Lights races. In addition to the ovals, Iowa Speedway features a 9-turn, 1.3-mile road course, utilizing most of the main oval along with a highly technical infield section which was the scene of the Grand Am Rolex Sports Cars Series. Let's talk about the points here for a second. We are getting closer to the end of the regular season here with the Blue Team Alpha Truck Series. We're going to jump into qualifying, as you can see in your top right-hand corner of your screen. We're going to follow along with some of the drivers as they go along, but let's talk about our points here for a moment. Like I said, the season is winding down. The regular season as it is anyways. With Devin Zimmerman, this is not correct. These points are not correct. Can't be. Is it? It is. Devin Zimmerman. Sorry, guys. Thought I put the wrong graphic up here for you. I do apologize. Two races left in this regular season. We have Iowa tonight and Michigan next week. It is going to get interesting when it comes to the remaining races for this series. Devin Zimmerman currently with a 2-point lead over Travis Bennett. Eddie Morris in third place with 323 points. Michael Lepicki with 309. Devin Bacino, Joseph Wright, Sharon Hill, Dave Wright, Ryan Gomes, Riley Gomes, Kevin Graham, and Charles Balance rounding out your top 12. As for the 4 drivers currently with wins on the season, Travis Bennett, Eddie Morris, Devin Bacino, and Joseph Wright are all locked into the playoffs as it stands now. So all of those drivers that you see there in blue will be locked in our championship race, or our championship format, not the race itself. As for the remaining of the season, we're going to have Michigan next week, and that's going to finish out our regular series. And then we're going to head into the playoffs. We're going to open up the playoffs with the round of 12. So the top 12 drivers are going to advance based on points and wins. We're going to go to Kansas and Talladega for our 3rd Super Speedway race for the season. This is the most Super Speedway races we've had in the season here at the SCSRA. So definitely interested to see what happens there. We're going to go to Bristol for the round of 8. So after those 2 races, the bottom 4 drivers will be eliminated. The top 4 drivers will move on. If you win in any of one of those races, you do get locked into the next round. So the round of 8 is going to consist of Bristol and Homestead. Bristol will be the shortest track we go to this season, but always puts on a good race. These drivers are very good at those at that very high banked oval track, and they're always fun to watch. Homestead has always been some of the best racing we've seen in the SCSRA, so I'm excited to see that one as well. And then after those 2 races, again, the bottom 4 drivers do get eliminated, and then we have our championship 4 headed to Phoenix. This whole season's going to round out before Halloween. October 15th will be our last race. We'll have an all-star race after that. That any driver that wins a race will be locked into. Points champion, prior champions, if the all-star race will also be locked in. There will be a qualifying session for it, or a last chance qualifier to get in. Prizes for $100 for these drivers. So look forward to that broadcast as well. It'll either be myself or Guy, or maybe it'll be both of us. Who knows? Maybe we'll be on track for this event. There really is no telling. We're going to go to our live screen here as we watch through some qualifying. Currently right now out on track is Dave Wright. We've got about 6 minutes left in our qualifying. Currently, our leader's Eddie Morris with a 22.9. This is Charles Balance in that 41 truck. Got about 18 drivers out on track, or going to be on track tonight. Sure is going to prove interesting, that is for sure. Now, while everyone's finishing up qualifying, let's go ahead and roll our national anthem. Folks, we'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's claiming whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Get the rocket track, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land and the brave. Get the howl of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight till we live. The name of the brave. We are the USRA. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand in the brave. The USRA. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land and the free. In the
All right, welcome back, folks. And that was Madison Rising with the Star Spangled Banner. We've got about 2 minutes left of our qualifying time. We're going to see if we can pull up the pole sitter currently. Everyone's off the track, so it's safe to assume that he's going to take home pole for this. Let me see if we can drag him down here real quick. Give me just a second here. Eddie Morris, this is David up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, bud. So I know we still got about a minute left in qualifying, but it looks like everyone's already run. So you're probably going to come home unless Guy ekes out a sub 23 second time. So sub 23 second, fastest out there on track right now. Not by much though, with your teammate Devin right behind you. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good, man. Turn 4 is going to be a trouble spot. It's kind of slick coming off of 4, so keep an eye on that. First through 6th, man, we're all really pretty close right there, so should be a good one up here.
Absolutely. Well,
I just want to lead a lap and fall back wherever, and then get some stage points at the end. That's my main concern. We'll see how it plays out there.
It makes sense, man. It seems to be the strategy that needs to go. Get as many points as you can for the race, and just kind of be there for the end. That's kind of how it's been all season.
For sure.
All right. Well, I just want to check base with you. Good job on your congratulations on your poll. You got about 15 seconds left. I'll drop him back up there with your team. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
Yep. That was our pole sitter, Eddie Morris, tonight. Again, tonight we have 130 laps here at Iowa Speedway. We have our stage cautions set for lap, I believe it's 45. Yep, 45 is going to be our stage costing tonight. At this track, they may be able to make it until... They may be able to make it to the stage without causing any issues, having a pit stop or anything like that. So they should be able to make it. Let's take a look at our grid real quick. Our pole positioner, pole leader right now is number 8, Eddie Morris, followed by his teammate, number 68, Devin Bacino. On the inside, row 2, Michael Lepicki with Tank Racing and Sharn Hill of Highline Motorsports. And that Ghost number 5 truck. Third row, we have Justin Bell with Midnight Motorsports in 5th place. And our points contender, Travis Bennett, who swept Sonoma last week in both the Next Gen and truck race. On our 4th row, we got Riley Gomes on the inside with the number 41, Charles Balance, who is outside in 8th. Dave Wright on the inside of row number 5 with Devin Zimmerman running here in 10th. Trey Spears, starting 11th with Ryan Gomes to its outside in 12th. Derek Da Silva and Adam St. John for row 7. Row 8, Joe Wright and Josh Hall. Row 9, Walt Lepicki and Dalton Gibson. And rounding out the field will be Guy Bracco in that number 1 Starch Racing truck. We do appreciate everyone that joined tonight. Believe we're going to be going green this time by. Nope, short track. We're going two rounds. Eddie Morris did elect to start on the outside. The leader does get lane choice on starts, as well as all restarts. If you haven't done so already, folks, I'd encourage you to like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Hit that notification bell so you are aware of every time we go live. We are live Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday currently. Pace car is going to take that hard left-hand turn off of turn 4. Our drivers are currently on the back stretch heading into turn 3. We do have that map up for you. A reminder, the car that is highlighted, or the number is bigger on that map, is the car we are currently watching. Now, because Eddie is our leader, we're going to watch him as he comes to the line here. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn. And our drivers are off. We have a clean start. Eddie had mentioned watching the outside of the exit of turn 4. Let's see how these drivers get off here. We've got one down towards the infield. That was Trey Spears in that number 3 truck. We're going to head back towards a little bit middle of the field here, back with Dave Wright of Neon Racing as we watch these drivers go around this track. Some great competition. Devin Zimmerman, that 36 car, 36 truck, and that Blue Team Alpha truck. Putting on a battle. Number 9 here. Riley Gomes to the inside of the number 46 truck, Michael Lepicki. Got a great race here around Travis Bennett. Devin Bacino, who missed last week's races, can't afford to miss anything else. He is locked into the playoffs, so he can miss one other race this season and still be good. He's allowed to have 2 missed races a season. He is moving down to Florida from New York. Ooh, bobble off of turn 4 from the 01. Travis Bennett loses a couple of positions there. This is going to allow the rest of the field to kind of pass him. Eddie Morris has checked out, currently with a 1 second lead over second place Sharn Hill. Adam St. John with a meatball flag misses pit road here, is still out on track. Eddie Morris is going to be coming up to the number 1 truck of Guy Bracco here in just a moment. There's a lot of racing going on back here around Travis Bennett. We're going to stay here, folks, for just a moment while we watch this happen. You've got the 36 of Devin Zimmerman on the outside line here. Most consistent driver we've seen all season so far, currently the points leader. To his outside is that 41 truck of Charles Balance. You don't want to be trapped on this inside line here at this track. You don't have the runoff off the corners that you really need to maintain pace. You can see Travis Bennett down to the yellow line and all the way back up to the wall coming off the corners, where unfortunately Devin Zimmerman just doesn't have that freedom right now to be able to do that. See Adam St. John down there on the apron. He'll be heading down to pit road this time by the number 6 car. Justin Bell a little loose off of turn 4. Kind of checks up the whole field in front of him. Travis Bennett to his outside. He's going to be able to make that pass. Devin Zimmerman able to get around the 41 truck. And they're going to switch it up and possibly go 3 wide in this corner. Not something we really want to do. And we did. And that checks up with the 82 truck making contact with 41 as they were coming off that corner. Unfortunately, really no way around that. Let's go back and take a look at this real quick. Everyone kind of checks up and 82 just makes contact with the 41, spins them around. That's going to be our first commercial break, folks. We're going to head to commercial break. We'll be right back. And that was our Blue Team Alpha Truck Series sponsor. They're the primary sponsor of this rate or of this series this season. We do appreciate their support and what we're trying to do here. Again, if you can, like, subscribe, do all those things. Help us build this channel as much as we can. We're trying to get this as big as we can, as fast as possible. Tonight's race also brought to you by Hunterdon Anesthesia Associates. We do appreciate your continued support for the series as well. Our trucks are going to get the 2 to green or 2 to go this time by, so we've got a little bit of time here before our flag, before we get 1 to go. Let's check in with Chatland. Before the race, Adam St. John from Full Bore Racing said, good luck. Ryan Gomes says, I should be blue, which means he did win a race when we were talking about the points, so he is locked in as well. And of course, Tina Miller here rooting on Devin Zimmerman here every week. We do appreciate you guys' continued support of the series and the SCSRA and everything we're trying to do. Trying to bring you the best product we possibly can. Hopefully it's conveying well. If it's not, well, tell me so we can fix it. You do have your map up in that bottom right-hand corner for you as well tonight. Again, we are going to get 2 to green this, or 1 to go this time by. Charles Balance, no one has had to use, Charles Balance did not have to use a fast repair. That one just maybe had a little bit of damage. Did not, Adam St. John did have to use his fast repair though, so we do have to just be careful and cognizant of that when that happens. We are not 1 to go. We are still 2 to go. So I'm thinking because this back of the pack here wasn't able to get fully lined up, back here with Joe Wright, Dalton, Gibson, Charles Balance, and Guy, and Adam as well, because we weren't able to get that lined up, looks like iRacing may have extended it a lap as well. And Ryan Gomes, I said it in chat, I will get the graphics guy to fix that points breakdown for us as well for next week. Next week's race will be Michigan International Speedway, back to the long track for the final race of the season. The map reminds me of the Snake game. Right now, it absolutely does. I could see that. One of the longer tracks we're going to go to with a 2.5 or a 2 mile track, I believe, in Michigan. Super fun track. Has always put on a great show. Last season was one of the best races at that track. So I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow night, the SCSRA Next Gen or Dev Sports Car Next Gen Series will be here as well. So that should be a fun race, and that will be with Guy broadcasting tomorrow night. We are officially 1 to go as we are going down the backstretch here. Eddie chooses to go to the inside line for this restart with his teammate behind him, Devin Butchno, in that 68 truck. This puts Sharn Hill in that number 5 Sentinel Fit Ghost truck on the outside line of the starting row. Pace speed is 50 miles an hour. As these trucks roll into the restart zone, they do have to maintain pace speed until they get to the Geico restart zone. Then it is on the leader to choose whenever they'd like to go. And that's now. And they're off. Eddie with a great jump with his teammate right behind him. Devin not able to hold on to second place, is staying on that bottom line. He is a driver that will stay there no matter what. He likes the bottom line. Michael Lipicki able to make that pass on the number 68 truck. Dave Wright in that 84 truck right behind him, trying to come play upset here. Around the number 9 truck for Dave Wright. Everyone's got their individual lines that they like running. This is a progressive bank track, so what that means is as we go up the track, the banking gets a little bit higher every time. I believe, pretty sure that's how I remember it being driven. You can use those lines in the middle of the track to definitely get that car or that truck to turn a little bit if it's a little too tight for you. It's all about application of the throttle and getting those tires on the line itself. You heard Eddie say before this race that it is a little bit loose out there coming off of turn 4, so we'll have to pay attention to that. We've got some contact back here. Someone touched a wall, I heard it. We're going to pay attention here to the Cat 5.5, Ryan Gomes, who is locked into the playoffs as well. Back here battling with Devin Zimmerman, the number 17 truck of Dalton Gibson. Not able to hold on, coming off of 4. Number 36 truck's able to make that pass. Devin Zimmerman on Ryan Gomes and headed back towards the front. He's coming up to the outside of Riley Gomes, right behind Dave Wright. They're trying to make this pass work. Dave Wright and the number 9 of Riley Gomes have been battling it out for a couple of laps now. Devin Zimmerman, again, one of the most consistent drivers that we've seen this season so far. Let's head up to our leader here, who's got Sharnhill right behind him this time by. Definitely making Eddie work for it. We've got 22 laps until our stage break. We have a total of 40 or 130 laps tonight. Again, the stage is at the end of lap 45. So they've got some time to make these tires last. I'm hoping that Eddie didn't burn up his tires too early in that run trying to get that lead. I think that caution may have hurt him a little bit if that was his strategy. Let's head back here to Devin Zimmerman, back here with racing Travis Bennett and Dave Wright for the 5th position. Trying to make his way through this field. Let's head back to Trey Spears and that number 3 truck. Cat 55 Ryan Gomes battling it out with Dalton Gibson and Josh Hall in 81 truck. Sharnhill able to keep the lead from Eddie down to a 1/4 of a second after that caution. We've got a 4-person race here in that number 16 truck of Derek De Silva, Josh Hall, Dalton Gibson, and Ryan Gomes. Got to be careful here. Almost went 3 wide coming off of turn 4. Not the thing you want to do here. This track may be wide, but these cars need a lot of room around here. Number 55 able to make that pass cleanly on the 16 truck. The number 3, Trey Spears, following right behind. Let's head back up to our leader. Sharnhill's making an effort to get around the number 8 truck of Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris sticking to the high side here. Jarn barely made that gap close. Cuts Eddie's nose off. Eddie forced to go to the inside to not have to slow down. We've got another caution, folks. This one involves Devin Zimmerman, Dave Wright, Riley Gomes, Trey Spears, and Josh Hall. Go back and take a look and see what happened here. Ooh, looks like the 36 and the 84 make contact. The 84 slides up the track. Both kind of spinning at the same time. Let's see what happened here. See if we can go backwards a little bit before this happened. Looks like Devin Zimmerman is on the 84 truck with Travis Bennett right behind him. Devin Zimmerman to the inside line here. We're gonna see this coming into the next corner here. Travis Bennett makes the contact with the 84 to push him and makes him loose. He goes up the track, makes contact with the 36 truck. Unfortunately, 81 Josh Hall is spinning around like a top down there. And a couple drivers take a pit stop here. The Cat 55, the number 17 car of Dalton Gibson, number 81 car, Josh Hall, and Guy also in that number 1 Starch Motorsports truck, also taking a pit stop. Folks, we're going to head to commercial break. We'll be right back. right, folks, we're back here. We've got we should be getting one to go this time by. Let's check in with our folks out in the chat land. Tina says that looked like a synchronized slide. Not one I want to see though. Yeah, that was like perfect. It was almost as if this should be an Olympic sport. I mean, we just have the Olympics, right? I think they can do it. Josh Mueller, go get it, Tank Racing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Let us show us your support here for the SCSRA broadcasting channel. We've done a lot of work here in the back end. Guy, Brocco, definitely. Brocco, yeah, Brocco. Guy definitely making these broadcasts look the way they are. We do appreciate all the work that he has put in to give us the platform that we like and love. So show your support for Guy by leaving a like and subscribe. We do appreciate it. We're watching Eddie Morris here. He was not, as the caution came out, timing and scoring had not scored Sharn as the leader yet. So he was not, he's going to be starting in second place. Eddie Morris is going to have lane choice here. Let's see what he chooses as we get the 1 to green this time by. The 01 truck currently just turned down. Well, faked it. Didn't quite do it. Eddie Morris is going to choose the outside line for our restart. Again, the leader does have lane choice on restarts. We do not have a choose implemented here. Would be nice if we did. But one day we'll make it work. Possibly. Maybe iRacing will do it before we do. That would be nice. Let's get our volumes turned back up here so we can hear these trucks as they roar off to the restart. We're about middle of the back stretch right now. We're going to go back to our live screen. Before I forget to leave that one, because God knows I'm good at that. Coming into turn 3 right now. This pace truck is going to make that hard left-hand turn down pit road. And those drivers are off. Devin Butchno on that outside right behind his teammate, Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris able to get a great jump here, but he's going to have some challenge from his teammate right behind him, who went to the inside line. Sharn able to make the pass for P2. Riley Gomes right behind him. We've got 9 laps left to the end of our stage. We're going to stay up here with our leaders for right now. Joe Wright making his way through the field as well. Coming up to his teammate and brother, 84, Dave Wright. Eddie Morris able to cool his tires off for that caution. You can see the truck bouncing in turns 1 and 2 there, going over those bumps there. Sharnhill able to get a good run off of 1 and 2. Let's see if he's able to do something this time by. Eddie Morris is sticking to that wall. Eddie makes contact with the wall, hits Sharn. There's another spinning here on the front stretch. We've got another caution. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Eddie Morris makes contact with the wall, makes contact with Sharn. Sharn then makes contact with the number 9, Riley Gomes. Kind of sends the field everywhere. Pace car is out. Leaders are going to catch the pace car this time by. Now this throws a wrench in the plans here. We'll have to see what happens in the SCSRA. If you cause an incident, you have to claim it, and you'll get an EOL for the next restart. If Eddie caused that incident and he's going to have to go to the end of the line, he might as well pit. Not the outlook we wanted to see for Eddie Morris. which puts his teammate in the lead, Devin Butchino. The number 5 of Sharn Hill also at the back of the field now. He took a pit stop here. He probably has to... Let's see if he has a meatball flag. He does have a meatball flag, so he's going to have to use his fast repair. Eddie Morris with 36 laps led currently. Unfortunately, going to have to restart in the back. Folks, we will be right back. All right, folks, I had to check with the admin team, make sure that that wasn't going to be the stage break. You guys probably all heard that. Unfortunately, forgot to mute you. It happens. We're going to go back live here. Devin Butchino is going to be the leader. As you heard, there is going to be a one-lap shootout there. So this should get interesting. We are going to leave the stage break on, which is going to come here in 2 laps. It's going to be a green caution, basically. Like a green-white checker, but green caution for our stage break. During our stage caution, we will pull the winner up of the stage caution, or the stage, and talk to them for a minute. See how they were able to do it. If it's Devin, of course, it's just being patient. Devin has been running that bottom line, been able to save his tires. Still stays up towards the front. Pace car, or lights are out on the pace car. Devin chooses the outside line with his teammate right behind him in Joe Wright. Joe Wright starting towards the back of this field tonight, able to make it up to 3rd place with his brother to his inside. They are definitely going to count this down. Why wouldn't you? With your teammate right behind you. Try to get as much stage points as you can for your whole team. 3 of their 4 drivers for Neon Racing are in the top 4 currently, so they've got a good showing coming up here. Now, Michael Lipicki in that 46 truck is here to show some upsets, or pull an upset here against Team Neon, and definitely going to be going for this win here. Devin makes it off that starting line. Michael Lipicki also with a great start, able to hold down 2nd place. Joe Wright right to his outside, not going to give that position up easily. Joe Wright has the run up the track, able to hold that position well. Dave Wright to the wall, running that outside line, trying to get the run there. Joe Wright able to make the pass around the 46 truck. Now Dave Wright is trying to make the pass on the 46 truck on the inside line. Devin Butchino able to pull home your stage victory there. Drivers are taking their time around the track to get up to the pace car as that caution came out. Your stage top 5, Devin Butchino, Joseph Wright, Michael Lepicki, Dave Wright, Justin Bell. Round out your top 5. For your top 10, Dalton Gibson, Trey Spears, Ryan Gomes, and Guy Bracco and Derek Da Silva, all with stage points, rounding out your top 10. A short 1-lap race to the finish, or 2-lap race to the finish for the end of the stage here. Now you're going to see everyone come down pit road, except for probably Eddie Morris. Eddie will probably stay out. He just got new tires. He's got 36 laps led. He's going to want to hold on to that as much as possible. There's no faking you're going to pit lane this time by. One other car so far has stayed out in that number 17 truck. Devin Zimmerman also stayed out. Riley Gomes stayed out. Eddie Morris stayed out. 52, which is... I mean, my leaderboard's going crazy right now. Adam St. John also stayed out. He got his lucky dog. He's heading around the track. Sharn Hill stayed out. He just pit as well, and so did Travis Bennett. Your leader currently is going to be Dalton Gibson this time by, Devin Zimmerman in second, Riley Gomes in third, Eddie Morris in fourth, and Sharn Hill in fifth. If these guys don't pit this time by, which I don't imagine they will, if these guys don't pit, that's going to be your top 5 starting order. And nope, none of them did. So we are going to continue this race. Hopefully we get the 1 to green here pretty soon. And let's bring up our... Let's bring down our winner of the stage, Devin Butchino. This is David up in the booth. You got me?
What's up, brother? I missed you.
Hey, man. Missed you last week, too. We needed some competition there for good old Travis Bennett, but it's all right.
I think the left-handers only here.
Yeah, right. How was the move down to Florida, bud?
It went about 8 to 10 hours over schedule. We hit some of the worst rain I've ever driven in my life. For some reason, planning this for months, I didn't realize it was Labor Day weekend. So there's a stretch in North Carolina where we did about 10 miles in an hour.
That sounds about right.
It was miserable, man.
Sounds about right. Well, congratulations on your stage win. Seems pretty notable for you to be up there constantly. How were you able to pull it off?
A little bit of luck. Eddie's really fast. Looks like he just clipped a little bit of 4 and got into Sharn and kind of gifted us one there. That turn 4 is really sneaky. But Eddie, Sharn, those guys that we were battling with, Mike as well, they're really fast. The tire wear looked good compared to my teammates, but I wasn't really feeling the truck come to life that you would have expected with the differential and wear. So hoping we get a good run here. I don't really mind the call to stay out there, get the stage, and we're going to be restarting 9th. It is tough to pass, but just have to be patient and hopefully we get a long green, man. That's how much I like those. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems that a lot of drivers are able to run that high line. Of course, you are stuck to the yellow line. Are you noticing losing any time at all by sticking to that low side? Looks like every restart you're kind of falling back a little bit.
That's kind of what I'm getting to with it. It is saving the tires, yes, but passing is nearly impossible. It's so hard to complete a pass on the bottom. So we may have to search up there. It may come to fruition, but I'm kind of just putting it around right now, see what I can get. But we're definitely, I foresee us having to move off the yellow to make some moves here.
Absolutely. Well, good luck for the rest of the race tonight. We look forward to hopefully speaking to you later tonight, and keep it up there.
Yeah, hopefully. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care.
And that was our stage winner, Devin Butchino. We are 1 to green this time by. Your leader, Dalton Gibson, has chosen the outside line with Devin Zimmerman to his inside. Devin Zimmerman, one of the most consistent drivers that we've seen all season, does not have a win yet, but he's in the top 5 almost every week, in and out. We've talked to him in 2nd and 3rd place, never in 1st, but hopefully that changes tonight. So far, we still have 80 laps to go, but he has put himself in a good position for the rest of this race. He doesn't always qualify the best, but he's always up in that top 5. So I'm excited to see what the rest of this race holds for him. Behind Dalton on that outside line, though, you have Eddie Morris, who has the most laps led at 36 currently and has been showing tremendous speed with Sharn Hill behind him. On the inside line behind Riley, actually. So this should be interesting. Pace car is off. We've got a green flag. Eddie Morris able to make that jump with Dalton Gibson. Devin Zimmerman not able to get as great of a jump off the line here. However, he does have that inside line advantage to be able to hold on to that second place coming off of turn 2. Riley Gomes, who started, Eddie Morris actually showing some great speed here and able to get on that outside line of Devin Zimmerman, able to take over the second position with Travis Bennett behind him. Let's see if Travis takes advantage of this high side. It looks like they're going to try to. Sharn Hill behind Travis Bennett. All of these racers extremely fast every week, in and out, talking to them up in the front. Devin Butchno started off in that 9th place position for that stage caution, up to 8th place currently. Dalton Gibson makes some contact with the wall, allows Eddie Morris to pass. Eddie Morris to the lead. Eddie Morris just ran the fastest lap of the race at a 22:9.88 on his last lap. Only driver to do a sub 23 second lap, and the only other person that's close to him is Sharn Hill with a 23:090. That wasn't his last lap. It was definitely around here. I don't know exactly what lap it was, but he's up there in fast laps. Eddie Morris, again, checking out, up to a half a second lead already over Dalton Gibson, but Travis Bennett is not going to let that fly, and he's on his way to the infield currently. Getting loose coming off of turn 4, unfortunately. And he's heading back down the field. Trying to get that truck turned around. He's able to get back out on track, but that gives Eddie Morris a bigger lead here. Devin Zimmerman fighting with Dalton Gibson to get around him. You don't want to let Eddie get too far ahead. Eddie Morris out to a 1 second lead currently. And you heard Devin Bocchino say in that interview that he was able to save his tires a little bit more than the rest of his teammates and got the win because of the incident between Sharn and Eddie. That incident doesn't seem to have affected Eddie at all, as he is currently in the lead with a 1 1/4 second gap over second place, Dalton Gibson. You also heard that passing is very difficult as these tires wear. Turn 4 is going to start getting very slick as they're exiting the corner. We've got a caution. We have contact between Josh Hall and Joseph Wright here. Or two drivers that lost control, I should say. Let's go back and take a look at Josh Hall and see what happened here. It looks like there was some contact between Josh came down on Joseph Wright. As they were coming off of turn 4, they were going 3 wide. Joe Wright coming up the track a little bit, and Josh Wright trying to occupy the same space doesn't ever work. Let's head back up to our leader here, Eddie Morris. While we do that, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. That was our Veterans Crisis Hotline. You need assistance, need to talk to someone, dial 988, then press 1. That goes for veterans and everybody out there. If you're facing a difficult time and need to have that conversation, please, by all means, no one's left behind. Veterans, you do have help out there, and people are always there to answer for you. We do appreciate the support here. I have no idea why, but here at Iowa Speedway, we're going to run like 9 laps under caution every time. It's kind of frustrating. Wish we can cut that back a little bit because it's getting to be a little crazy. We're going to shift this down to laps to go, even though we're not halfway, but we're getting close enough for me. We're going to minimize that screen. We can finally go to this. Oh man, rearranged my screens, finally worked out. We are 1 to green this time by. Eddie Morris, our current leader, has chosen to go with the inside line with Dalton Gibson to his outside. Drivers coming off of turn 4 currently. That pace car is about to make that hard left-hand turn. Eddie almost clips the pace truck. And we're off. Long line of cars to the inside here. You can see Eddie able to make that large arcing turn out towards the outside wall. Devin Zimmerman right behind him, though. Not able to get up to the wall. Dalton Gibson into the wall here. Sharn Hill up to 3rd place right behind Devin Zimmerman. We're going to watch back here from 2nd place right now. Sharn Hill looking to make that inside move on Devin Zimmerman. The more these guys race it out, I know Eddie wants to see it, the more he can check out from these 2 guys right behind him. Eddie Morris with about a 1/4 of a second lead right now over 2nd place Devin Zimmerman. Riley Gomes able to make it around Dalton Gibson, who's fallen back down to 5th place currently. Charles Balance able to make it up to 6th place in that 41 truck. Dave Wright and Trey Spears battling it out for 7th place currently. Dave Wright sticks outside. Trey Spears able to clear him coming off the corner. Now Michael Lepicki looking to get around number 84 truck. Eddie Morris about a 1/2 a second lead over Devin Zimmerman currently. That hole or that gap was almost not there for Dave Wright as Michael Lepicki was coming off that corner. Let's head back up to our leaders here. Devin Zimmerman's closed that gap down to about 0.3 of a second here. Riley Gomes makes the pass on Charles Balance on that inside line. Charles Balance making a fight for it on the outside line. Doesn't want him to make that pass. Charles Balance, significant improvement as a driver over these last 2 seasons. We see him consistently in the top 10, top 5 cars battling it out on some of these tracks. So definitely have to applaud the effort that he's putting in practice and making and improving his racecraft in general. Devin Zimmerman has closed that gap down to Eddie Morris at this point. We're now down to a 1/4 of a second after about a 1/2 a second gap. Devin Zimmerman able to close that gap significantly. We're going to head up to our leaders here. Eddie Morris sticking to that high side. Devin Zimmerman's trying to make that low side work here. Sharn Hill also in the mix as well. Sharnhill wants to get to the outside of Devin and make him fight for second place. Again, this is what Eddie wants to see. He wants to see these guys fighting on behind him. The more that they fight, the more they can't help each other get off the corners here, and Eddie can pull away possibly. But that gap is very narrow. If Devin can clear the bumper here, doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Maybe in turn 3 and 4. Let's see what happens. This is our battle for first place currently. Eddie sticking to the outside. Devin not able to make the pass, make clear. Sharnhill down to the inside of Devin Zimmerman. We're going 3 wide into turn 1 here. Devin's bumper possibly cleared. Oh, barely cleared. Contact between Eddie Morris and Devin Zimmerman coming off the corner. This allows Sharnhill to make it around Eddie Morris as well. Our new leader, Devin Zimmerman, with Sharnhill in second place, Eddie Morris in third place. Dalton Gibson is next on the list to try to check off Eddie Morris, but we're going to stick here with Devin Zimmerman here for just a moment. Let's actually head back to Eddie Morris, who's battling with Dalton Gibson now. We're going to pay attention to the timing board here for Sharnhill and Devin Zimmerman to see if what happens here. But Devin Zimmerman looks like he's able to pull away a little bit. Dalton Gibson able to get around Eddie Morris as well. Devin Zimmerman, Sharnhill has not been able to close this gap here to Devin Zimmerman. He's able to pull away slightly. We are going to have some green flag stops here unless we get a caution, but we've got 53 laps remaining in this race currently. As we talked about before, Devin Butchino, who was our stage winner, currently sitting in 14th position towards the back of this field here. We're going to pay attention to the timing there. Let's go check in with the back of the field here. Got Devin Butchino with his teammate to his outside, that 82 truck. Looks like they're just stuck in traffic here trying to get around. But as we heard from Devin, it's hard to make any passes here. Michael Lepicki, Dave Wright currently battling it out. Head back here to Joseph Wright. These guys are running 2 and 3 wide. Joseph Wright around the number 68 truck. Almost makes contact with the number 16 car of Derek Da Silva. Derek Da Silva then switches up, tries to go back to the inside, doesn't make that work. Now their next roadblock is the number 41 truck of Charles Balance. Not roadblock, but next car to pass. Charles Balance way out to the outside wall here. Able to get a run off the corner, but Joe Wright able to close that gap significantly between those two. Sharnhill down to a 3/10 gap for our leader here, not able to gain any positions or gain any time on Devin Zimmerman. He's kind of just driving away right now. The 68 truck back around the number 82 truck here. Both teammates here trying to fight their way back up towards the front. Devin Butchino currently going to be in 13th position across the line here. Let's head back up here to Michael Lepicki, Trey Spears, Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris's tires are a little bit older than the rest of the fields here. Tina Miller wants a green flag run. If you get a green flag run, I think Devin's in a good position right now to be able to close this out. Would love to see it and actually have him up in the winner's circle tonight. That gap between Devin and Sharn is not closing at all. Eddie Morris back down to 8th position now. His teammate Dave Wright in that 84 White and Pink Tammy Strong Toyota currently in 4th place, running down Dalton Gibson. His tires seem to be pretty fresh because he's able to make lots of passes here and make his way up front. His pace is a little bit faster than everybody else's currently. You can see he's able to close that gap between himself and Dalton Gibson on that coming into the corner pretty efficiently. But the number 3 car of Trey Spears is challenging to the inside for this 4th position. Dave Wright able to get to the inside bumper of Dalton Gibson. Dalton Gibson sticks to the wall. Dave Wright goes to the inside. Dalton's going to get a good run off the corner here. Not able to clear him. Not through turn 1 and 2, but turn 3 and 4 is a different story. Now remember, turn 4 is a little bit loose coming off the corner, especially as these tires get old. So you got to be careful on the inside here. Even the outside, you've got to be careful. It looks like we might be going 3 wide into turn 1. Dave Wright forced to stay in the middle here. Trey Spears to the bottom. Either Dave Wright says, nope, I'm not doing it, or Dalton gets a great run off the corner. We're going to stay right here, folks. We've got a 5-car race for P4 right now. Travis Bennett. Michael Lepicki also aiming to get back into this race. Trey Spears and Dave Wright, again, 3 wide going into turn 1 and 2. This is great for Dalton Gibson. The more these guys race back here, the more he's able to pull away and keep his 3rd position secure. We're up to about a 3.5 tenths, so 3,500ths gap between Devin Zimmerman and Sharn Hill, up to 4 tenths going down the straight. So Devin Zimmerman able to put together a pretty good race so far. Dalton Gibson makes contact with the wall. The whole field around him goes around. Dave Wright up to 3rd position with Travis Bennett right behind him. Trey Spears falling back to the end of this group. Trey Spears to the inside of the 84 truck. Travis Bennett gets a little bit loose coming off of turn 4, which allows Michael Lepicki to get to the outside of him. Dave Wright secures P3. We're all up to P2 now. Sharn Hill on pit road. Sorry, folks, had to take a small break right there. 84 truck up to the lead now. Devin Zimmerman on pit road. Some of these guys are going to wait to take it as long as they can before they go down and get tires. But the conversation now is, how much time do you lose on track as these guys have faster lap times? Now, keep in mind, the best time tonight is a 22:988. Our leader right now, Dave Wright, just turned a 24:420. So 1.3 seconds back on the fastest lap. 1.3 seconds a lap can be pretty significant, especially as these tires get more worn. Let's see what Devin Zimmerman posts for his next lap. You can see him just driving around trucks like they're sitting still. That last lap time was a 23:619. Sharn Hill is right in front of him with Pitt the lap before him. Dave Wright, our current race leader, with Devin Butchno right behind him. Let's head back up to our leader, D. Wright. And that 84 truck currently, well, always the 84 truck, but he's currently the leader with a 1.6 second lead over Devin Butchno, his teammate. Third place, we've got Ryan Gomes in that Cat 55, back to his yellow and black truck that he's used to running. Joseph Wright in fourth place currently with about 0.8 seconds back from Ryan Gomes. And in our fifth place truck, Josh Hall. That's your top 5 drivers currently. Everyone else is a lap down because of pit stops. Those top 4 drivers, top 5 drivers have not pit yet. They're going to have to pit soon. They may be holding it out to see if there's a caution from everybody taking tires. They try to hold out too much longer, they might run into a problem. Sharn Hill currently is going to be your lucky dog candidate if a caution were to come out right now for him to get his lap back. However, that may not matter much. We've got a caution. Joseph Wright. Looks like he may have lost control of the vehicle. This is exactly what these leaders wanted to see. Dave Wright, Devin Butchno, Ryan Gomes, Joseph Wright, and Josh Hall all wanted to see a caution. It may trap some drivers a lap down. We'll have to go back and see, but let's take a look and see what happened with Joe Wright here. Looks like there may have been some contact between him and the 36 truck. Let's see if we can go back a little bit here. .36 trucks tries to go to the inside. There looks like there may have been some contact between Devin Butchno and not Devin Butchno, Devin Zimmerman and Joseph Wright. Let's see what our leader does, Dave Wright. They're all going to have to pit, that's for sure. Dave Wright, Devin Butchno, Ryan Gomes, Joseph Wright, and Josh Hall all have to pit. Sharn Hill is going to be the lucky dog. But Ryan Gomes stays out. He's on 39 lap old tires. We've got 28 laps left to go. This is going to trap everybody behind him. Unless he goes in for a pit stop, which I don't think he can now. Oh man, if Ryan Gomes plays this card, he just trapped all of those drivers. Devin Zimmerman back a lap down. Devin Zimmerman, Guy Bracco, Eddie Morris, Dalton Gibson, Michael Lepicki, Charles Balance, Riley Gomes, Derek De Silva, Justin Bell, Trey Spears, Travis Bennett, and Walt Lepicki will all be stuck a lap down. Now, I don't know what the strategy is in staying out. His tires are 40 laps old. Shows he's taken 4 pit stops already. He may not have another set of tires to go get. If he doesn't have tires to go get, Devin Butchno, currently running second, is quite a ways back between all of these lapped cars. With Dave Wright, his teammate, right behind him, also on new tires. Joseph Wright, also on new tires. Josh Hall, on new tires. Sharn Hill and Devin Butchno, or I'm sorry, Devin Zimmerman, running 6th and 7th currently. Sharn Hill had an extra set of tires. He's got brand new tires now. Devin Zimmerman's tires are 10 laps old, but he has more on the wall. What's going to happen here when we go 1 to green? Devin Zimmerman back all the way to where Devin Butchno will have to drop down and go to the back of the field because Ryan Gomes stayed out. This puts Sharn Hill back on the lead lap. Right now, Devin Zimmerman would be your lucky dog if another caution were to come out. Man, that made it interesting. All of those lapped cars are all being shuffled back now. You see Devin Zimmerman. Devin Zimmerman on back until they get to... Well, Devin Zimmerman actually is going to get an EOL for causing that incident. That's what happened to him. We're at 1 to green right now. Head up to our leader, Ryan Gomes. That field did have to go backwards. Man, that really throws a wrench in everyone's plans here. Devin Zimmerman still a lap down. Now has to fight through lap traffic to get back to a position where he may get lucky dog. And there's only 25 laps in this left in this race remaining. Ryan Gomes currently on 42 lap old tires where everyone around him is on brand new tires, including the number 5 car of Sharn Hill. We're going green right now for 25 laps. We're in the Geico restart zone. It is up to our leader, Ryan Gomes, to set the field off. The 3 cars behind him, all neon drivers, Devin Butchino, Joe Wright, and Dave Wright, all have new tires. They're going to go around him like he's sitting duck. There's no way he can even hold on to this position, but he may not have had any tires to take. Sharn Hill has been in competition for this lead all night tonight. Devin Butchino to the lead, followed by Joseph Wright in second place. Their other teammate, Dave Wright, is next to pass. Sharn Hill currently in 6th place, with Eddie Morris in the mix of this field as well. Eddie Morris is a lap down currently as he has to get around Michael Lepicki to get that lucky dog position. If a caution were to come out, Ryan Gomes falling back down in the pack, currently in 5th place. Our top 5 drivers, Devin Butchino, Joseph Wright, Dave Wright, all from Neon Racing, Josh Hall and Ryan Gomes. And there's our caution. Eddie Morris not able to make it around Michael Lepicki. This involved Jostin Bell, Riley Gomes, Devin Zimmerman, Travis Bennett, Sharn Hill. Let's take a look and see what happened. Sharn Hill, the back car here, unfortunately just gets wound up and into the wall. Rides the wall a little bit here. Let's take a look and see. This starts with Devin Zimmerman, I believe. No, the number 6 car gets loose in front of the number 1 truck and just kerfuffles the whole thing. So Devin Butchino, your leader right now, with his teammates behind him. Dave Wright does have tires that he can get if he wants them. Josh Hall has no tires. Ryan Gomes is currently on pit lane. That is strange. That is an interesting strategy call. Would love to hear what the thought process or what was going through his head for this one. Because again, he was able to trap all those cars a lap down. There's really only 6 cars in competition now for the win. Himself included. Now that he's got new tires, he's going to be put back up to the front. because he's going to get a pass around all these lapped cars. Folks, we're going to head to a commercial break real quick. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And that was our primary sponsor for the league, Blue Team Alpha. We do appreciate your support. You can see Ryan Gomes able to make it around all of those cars now that were trapped a lap down back up towards the front. This is going to get interesting because now his tires are brand new compared to everybody else's. They're only 11 laps old, sure, but he's in competition now to win this race. Again, only 6 drivers really have an opportunity to win this race at this point. You've got Devin Butchno, Joseph Wright, Dave Wright, Josh Hall, Ryan Gomes, and Michael Lepicki, all the only drivers on the lead lap currently. Sharn Hill is on pit road. Actually, he is off pit road now. Nope, I'm sorry. He's still on pit road. Looks like he's out for the rest of the race. He may have had a meatball flag that time by. Yeah, he had a meatball flag and was not able to get the car fixed and is gonna remain on pit road here. We're gonna get 1 to green this time by. Our leader Devin Butchno takes the outside line with his teammate Joseph Wright on his inside line. Behind Devin Butchno is Josh Hall, and behind Joe Wright you have his brother and teammate Dave Wright. Of the Neon Racing team, you've got 3 of the top 5 drivers are all Neon racers. Eddie Morris did pit this time by, or last time by. His tires are going to be pretty new as well. But he's got a hefty field in front of him to try to get in front of before the next caution, or if there is another caution. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. That pace car is going to make the hard left-hand turn off the racing surface here. Our drivers are going to hit that Geico restart zone, and we are going to be off for 15 more laps. Devin Butchno gets a great jump off the start here. His teammate Joseph Wright on the inside line here. Josh Hall making a run on the outside here. Joseph Wright able to clear Josh Hall on the outside line here. Dave Wright able to also get clear of Josh Hall. Josh Hall is in front of his teammate Ryan Gomes in that Cat 5.5 truck. Josh tried to make to the inside line here on Dave Wright. We are 4 wide behind him here. We've got some sliding going on. Let's see what happens. Everyone make it through. We are still good to go. Eddie Morris able to make up some ground here. Currently in 10th place. Still a lap down. He's fighting everybody here to try to stay on that lead, to get the lucky dog if there were to be another caution that comes out. Neon drivers, Devin Butchno, Joseph Wright, Dave Wright, top 3 currently. Ryan Gomes breathing down the neck of Dave Wright. Goes to the inside line of Dave Wright. See if he can make him clear coming off the corner. 84 gets a great run off the corner, able to keep that gap closed, and Ryan Gomes not able to make that pass. Ryan Gomes trying again, turn 3 and 4. Try to get to that inside line, get as much of a run off the corner as you can. Slide up the track, not able to barely clear it. Gets around the 84 of Dave Wright for 3rd place on his way towards the front. Dave Wright putting up a challenge now to the inside line, not able to make it happen. Has to check up coming off the corner so to not make contact with Ryan Gomes. Ryan Gomes has the newest tires of this group up front by about 10 laps. He's closing that gap quick to Joseph Wright, and Joe Wright is going to put up a fight, I can tell you that. He's not going to make this easy. Someone spinning to the inside wall here. Doesn't make a difference here. That's the number 56 truck of Walt Lepicki. He's towards the back of the field anyways. Currently running 17th. He heads down pit road. We're going to stay up here with our leaders right now as Ryan Gomes is getting closer and closer to Joseph Wright. Ryan Gomes to the inside of Joseph Wright for 2nd place. Able to clear. Up to 2nd. He's heading towards the front to Devin Butchno. Joe's going to go to the inside. Let's see if he's able to put a challenge onto the number 55 truck. Not able to clear him. The 55 has a great run coming off the corner. He's headed for the front. 9/10 of a gap between 2nd and 1st place right now. We've got 7 laps to go. Does he have enough time to get there? Devin Zimmerman currently up to 7th place, still a lap down, but he will get lucky dog if there is a caution that comes out. Devin Zimmerman does have tires as well, so if there is a caution that comes out, I guarantee you he's going to get new tires. And he's going to make a run for that front. Ryan Gomes not able to close the gap any at all to Devin Butchino. Let's head up to our leader here and see if he's gotten away from that yellow line, and he has to make these moves and make this work. Ryan Gomes with a fantastic strategy call to lock everyone a lap down. Gets another caution, able to get new tires, and is running in 2nd place currently. His tires are about 9 laps newer than everyone around him. Still not able to make many progress up to getting up towards Ryan or to Devin Butchno. Let's head back down to Dave Wright, who is driving with the number of Walt Lepicki. Not sure what happened there. We are still green. Well, no, we've got a caution. This involved Devin Zimmerman, Charles Balance, Josh Hall, and Dalton Gibson. Let's go to Devin Zimmerman and see what happened here. Walt Lepicki comes back up the track after making contact with Dave Wright. That means that Devin Zimmerman is going to lose that lucky dog position. Trey Spears, as long as he wasn't involved, doesn't look like it. Trey Spears is probably going to get the lucky dog. Eddie Morris still going to be trapped a lap down. Our current leader, Devin Butchno, Ryan Gomes, Joseph Wright, Dave Wright, Josh Hall, top 5. Josh Hall also made... Looks like he spun on this last incident. Oh, made some contact with Chuck, or with the number 41 car of Charles Balance there. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Walt Lepicki here. Looks like Him and Dave Wright make some contact. Walt Lipicki goes down to the grass. Comes back out on track. And unfortunately, does not able to slow it down. And just comes right back on the track and takes out Devin Zimmerman and everyone around and some other drivers around him. Dalton Gibson also making contact with him. Your leader currently, Ryan Gomes. Devin Buccino went in for a new set of tires. Ryan Gomes again stays out. Michael Lipicki running in second. Again, these drivers all stuck a lap down because Ryan Gomes, not his fault, I'm just saying what's going on. Ryan Gomes stays out again. All these drivers behind him. The top drivers all pit. Ryan Gomes was the only driver that didn't this time by. He has newer tires than everybody else. But this is going to trap all those guys that were a lap down again and get them back towards the back of the pack again. If there's another caution, Trey Spears at this point is going to get the lucky dog. Which we're going to get our first green-white checkered. For any of you that don't know what a green-white checkered is, we talk about this every week, almost, looks like. At the end of, it's overtime for NASCAR, basically. If you get a caution within 3 laps to go, we go into overtime. Once the pace car pulls off, we'll get the green flag. Next time by, we'll get the white flag. Next time after that, we will get the checkered flag. What this means, though, is that if there's an incident on the first lap after green before you get the white flag that causes a caution, the caution will come back out and we'll reset and try it again. We've got 3 attempts of this tonight, as is normal with the SCSRA. You've got 3 attempts to make a green-white checkered finish. Man, these cautions have definitely changed things up for this race. We are 1 to go. We're going to get the green flag next time by. Your top 5 currently: Ryan Gomes, Michael Lipicki, Joseph Wright, Devin Buccino, Josh Hall. Top 10: D. Wright, Travis Bennett, Trey Spears, Justin Bell, Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris, Trey Spears, Justin Bell currently a lap down. Travis Bennett able to get his lap back. Is back on the lead lap. With 21 lap old tires, we're going to get the green flag this time by. Ryan Gomes, last pit stop 21 laps ago. Michael Lipicki, 20 laps ago. Joseph Wright, Devin Buccino, Josh Hall, and Dave Wright all on new tires for this restart. We've got a 3-lap shootout. Pace car is off. Ryan Gomes is going to get the green flag in the Geico restart zone. Our leaders are off. We've got a 3-lap shootout. Let's see what happens. Joseph Wright able to make that run on the outside. He's going to hopefully clear the 46 this time and get a run on the Cat 5.5 truck. 46 not going to put it up, not going to give up easily. Joseph Wright to the outside of the 46 truck, the 55 truck. We're spinning off of turn 4, but we've got the white flag. This is going to be it. Ryan Gomes trying to block. Allows the 46 truck around them. Michael Lipicki, your current leader. Joseph Wright fighting for it. Gets a little bit loose coming into the corner here. Not able to make it. Devin Buccino through the inside here. Drag race to the finish. Michael Lipicki takes it home in first. Ryan Gomes second. Joseph Wright takes it home in third place with a 3/1000th gap between him and Devin Buccino. What a finish. Congratulations, Michael Lepicki, for the first win of the season, locking yourself into the playoffs. Ryan Gomes comes home with the second, and Joseph Wright with a third place here. We are going to go to commercial break, folks. We will be right back. We're going to get these interviews started. Let's talk to some people and see how this went. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. We're just going to mess with the cameras here for just a second here. I want to make sure that I'm able to get the whole truck here. There we go. All right, let's see if we've got Joseph Wright down here yet. Doesn't look like we do. We're still waiting for drivers to come back down to our broadcasting waiting room. Ryan Gomes is down there. He's ready to have this interview for second place. I wanted to congratulate all the drivers tonight. Michael Lepicki, for your first win, man. That's awesome. Yeah, what a finish. 3 thousandths of a gap between Joseph Wright and Joseph Wright and Devin Bacino. The blocking from Ryan Gomes allows Michael Lepicki to take home that win. Joe Wright getting loose off the corner of turn 4. We're going to pull Joe down here because he's taking too long. Joe Wright, this is David in the booth. You got me, bud?
Yeah, Dave, I got you, buddy.
Man, 3 thousandths of a gap between you and Devin for that finish. The blocking going on that last lap, all kinds of stuff going on. You started towards the back of the field tonight and just made your way up towards the front, showing that you are definitely, your racecraft is better than most out here. How did it go? How did it go for you tonight from your point of view?
I love the way that you stated that because there's some frustration, you know. People who are on new tires think because they're faster they can just drive through people. It's just wild out there when you start to get into the strategies and people saving for fuel. Devin and I think Gomez probably would have been good to the end there if I didn't get run over. And then, you know, obviously the late caution, car just continues back up onto track. Interesting there. Give me an opportunity to win, though. I mean, I drove it in there into 4 as best I could. Lepicki did a great job. Michael did about not letting me get up underneath of him and kind of cut off that exit. And in order to keep a top 3, gotta lift a little bit there and not wreck him. So great finish, great race altogether for me, and good team neon race as well. I mean, we did pretty well with the exception of Eddie. Eddie got trapped a lap down there. So.
What was the thought process when everyone saw that Ryan Gomes stayed out for that caution on 40 lap old tires? What was going on in the team chat there?
You know, I think there's frustration all around, but you know, it's a game, and you got to play it. And he played it well. I mean, he came out away with a second place finish, so I mean, it worked out in his favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Joe, before I get you out of here, anybody you want to thank out there tonight?
Yeah, thanks to you, Dave, up in the booth, Blue Team Alpha for sponsoring the series. Man, it feels like I'm saying that every week now. So that's good news. Yeah, up in the booth is not a bad thing, even if it's second or third. Shout out to Team Neon, putting together some good strategies again this week and trying to get this thing won. But man, Devin got taken away from him on that one, I think.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Joe. Congratulations on podium finish again. Seems like
Thanks,
we do
buddy.
this every week. We'll look forward to speaking to you next week in Michigan.
All right, later.
Later. And that was our third place finisher, Joe Wright. Let's get our second place driver, Ryan Gomes from Starch Motorsports. Ryan Gomes, Cat 55. How you doing?
Not sure. I guess all right for second. Really wanted that win there, but yeah, Lipicki just kind of outdrove me on that deal.
Well, I don't know if it was necessarily out driving, but it was definitely some blocking trying to keep the faster car, Joe Wright, behind, which opened up the inside entirely to him. But
Yeah,
great
I don't know
strategy
where, we've
calls.
seen the block in that. I know Joe made a run up top, and I had room to get up there.
Yep.
I guess that's blocking, but
I'm sorry, I'm
no, it
not
was a
calling
good
it
run.
blocking. I'm calling it racing because I would have done the same thing. So, not saying it's
no,
blocking.
yeah, no, I'm just trying to keep Lipicki in between me and them, and yeah, no, that did screw me up because then I got in there a little too hot and got him the heck of a run down below, and he cleared me. So, no, we were trying to steal a win there tonight, being locked in. I told those guys, like, hey, if I could steal a win and get some playoff points, I mean, that would be cool.
Absolutely. Talk to us about that pit strategy. Everyone pit except for you, and you trapped the entire field a lap down. It worked out in your favor for sure, but talk us through that. What was going through your head for that?
Yeah, it almost worked out exactly as we thought it would. I even had the guys on our team. I trapped a couple of them, and they said, you know what, do it. We're going to get another caution, and you can come in and get freshies. So it was kind of all judgment on that. And unfortunately, I burned a set early. That's kind of what put me behind the 8 ball and kind of made me throw a weird strategy at it, trying to use a set before stage. So, but no, I don't. A guy doesn't feel good doing that, but it almost worked to perfection. But I don't think if we stay green, I don't think I was getting to Devin. He was on a rail up there. I couldn't quite close the gap, and thought we had a second behind him, and a couple more cautions come out. And I guess we got a second behind Lipicki. So kind of cool to see a new guy get a win. So that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it almost worked out the exact way you planned it. But man, it was exciting to watch. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no, it was. My hands are still shaking from that. I mean, like I said, I mean, I knew for block or me just sliding up. I didn't think there was room for it. I thought I could have got buried for it.
Yep.
I'm guessing Joe might have got out of it. But like I said, that screwed me up, and Lipicki just did a heck of a job. We were just that close to having everything work just as planned, but not quite.
Well, congratulations on your second place tonight. Ryan, before I let you go, anybody you want to thank out there?
Oh, just definitely you guys, everybody that's running this league. Like I said, somebody new won. I mean, that's got to have everybody excited that there's that kind of parity in this league where, there's 10, 12, 15 guys, I guess, that could go out and win it. So that's awesome to see. That's what you want to see in a league. Yeah, you for doing the calls, and just got to thank my teammates, especially because, like I said, without them giving me the okay and telling me to go ahead and try that move, I wouldn't have been in that position.
All right. Well, it was definitely fun to watch, Ryan. We look forward to seeing what you do next week.
All right. That's all we're trying to do. Put on a show, right?
Hey, it's working out well, man. Every week's getting more exciting, except for last week. Travis just walked away with everything.
Yeah, we'll forget that one.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a good rest of your night. Again, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, buds.
And that was our second place driver tonight, Ryan Gomes. Let's bring our winner, Michael Lipicki, in that number 46 truck. Congratulations on your first win in the SCSRA, bringing it home for Huntington Anesthesia Associates, who also the associate sponsor of the league, locking yourself into the championship. Talk to me, bud. How does it feel?
I was super lucky, honestly. I felt like we were fast. I skidded my box on the first pit cycle and put myself way back, and then that pit cycle put me a lap down. So I got lucky getting a lucky dog, and then at the end there, I was just cruising in the back of the field, saving tires, hoping for a caution, and then, you know, it played out how it played out. So lucked into this one a little bit tonight.
Luck has nothing to do with it. This league is so hard to find wins. You take any advantage you can get. Ryan Gomes and Joe were kind of battling it out for the lead. Coming in hot to turn 3 and 4 allows you to go to the inside and just take it away from everybody. It worked out perfectly in the way that you guys ran this race.
Yeah, I was glad they kind of went fighting, because if not, I wouldn't have had a chance. And Gomes ran clean there. Any of those guys could have cleaned each other out there at the end there. So I appreciate them keeping it straight and physical, but clean. And that was a good ending for me, obviously.
Absolutely. Going into Michigan, you are locked into the playoffs now, so there's no pressure at all to make it into that top 12. Does that relieve any pressure for you, or are you just excited to be here every week?
Honestly, this is a great league. I love racing with you guys, and there's no pressure if I finish first or finish last or whatever. I'm here enjoying the time with the guys and my teammates, and this league's been great, and the race has been really good. So, you know, whatever happens, happens. And if I do win the playoffs, great. If I get knocked out round 1, I'm still going to come back and enjoy my time with you guys.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Michael, as tradition with the SCSRA, since it's your first victory up here, it is your time to thank anybody out there that's watching.
I just thank 100 Anesthesia for sponsoring the car and sponsoring my car in real life, and sponsoring the series, and my teammates, of course, Derek Zim and Josh and Walt and all the guys at Tank Racing. So appreciate that.
Awesome. Mike, congratulations again on your first victory in the SCSRA. We look forward to seeing what happens the rest of the season. You're locked in, pressure's off. Now you can go out there and really just have more fun, I guess. But again,
Yeah.
Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
That was our winner, Michael Lepicki, with his first win in the SCSRA. Exciting race tonight. Lots of cautions. Definitely some interesting strategy from Ryan Gomes. Almost worked perfectly in their favor. When I saw that happen, I was hoping that it was going to come out to something like we had tonight. So I'm glad to see it happened. It's definitely worth it to watch exactly how this race went down from a broadcasting perspective. As you heard Joe say, probably some frustrations up there in the booths with every guys, but that's racing. Racing is going to be like that. Stay tuned tomorrow night, same time, same place, same bat channel here on the SCSRA Broadcasting YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Kick channels. We'll be live again for the SCSRA Devs Sports Cards Next Gen race. We look forward to that. Next week, on to Michigan for these guys for the last race of the regular season. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Again, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all the fun things, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we go live. We do appreciate all your support. Without you guys out there watching, we wouldn't be doing this, that's for sure. We do appreciate everybody. You all have a good rest of your night, and we'll catch you tomorrow night.